I'm Fritz Fateh Paul, and this is Keep Up the Bern. When I woke up on Wednesday morning, June 8th, I knew in my heart that Bernie Sanders had swept California. I knew that millions had shown up and proudly voted for the man who was going to usher in the most progressive time in not only American history, but human history. Then I saw the headlines, the photo ops, the so-called history in the making. Only it was the wrong history. They were lashing out at our movement, flippant and distasteful, with almost a disgusted disregard for everything that we stand for and are fighting for. And my heart sank. This couldn't be true. And just as the establishment wanted, and still wants, my mind began to question our momentum. Is this possible? Can we do this? Then today, President Obama comes out after a meeting at the White House with Bernie Sanders and endorses her. Bam. I felt like he was showing me where the true alliance of the Democratic Party lies, in its acquiescence to the oligarchy. It was that feeling of betrayal that I have become all too accustomed to over the last 8 years and beyond. Then these words passed through my mind. You must keep up in the face of everything. And to do that, you need to have trust. Trust in the movement. Trust in what we believe and that there are millions who share that vision. Trust that what we stand for is the right path. Trust we are the actual majority. And most important, trust that if we keep up, we will be kept up. For months, I've watched a 74-year-old man keep up in the most remarkable ways. He simply kept up in the face of everything. Every time somebody from the establishment tries to distract him with some sort of nonsense, he stays on point. Every time there's been another attempt by someone else in the establishment to take him down, Bernie only gets stronger, more courageous, and more resolute. The more he has kept going, the more the awareness has kept growing. We've watched as thousands upon thousands have attended rallies. Many of us have experienced that random moment where we catch someone else wearing a button or a t-shirt and we call out, "Feel the burn," and they look back and we smile, and that light of consciousness passes between us and we have the recognition we are not alone. To keep going, Bernie Sanders has had to have trust. Trust that if he stepped up, he might be able to make some difference. He had to have trust that there were others out there like himself who felt the same way and that he indeed was not alone. He had to have trust that if he went the route of not taking establishment money, that he would still be able to present a viable campaign. And that takes a tremendous amount of courage to trust in something much bigger than yourself. As our movement has grown, he's given that trust to us. He's been the example. That's why we must keep up. Because it is us, the people, Americans, who love our country, who love the ideas and the promises and each other. It is us who have given that trust back to him. $27 at a time, making phone calls, creating a movement. He has earned that trust with his integrity, his honesty, and his unwavering dedication to selfless service. And that reciprocity of trust is our foundation. It is, in fact, our way forward. It calls to mind the moment when standing next to him on the podium, as we had all just finished watching the establishment celebrate its deception, Jane whispers to him, "They're still with you." And in our hearts, we all knew it was true. Our struggle continues. And don't be fooled, it won't be over anytime soon. This is an unprecedented time. The corporate establishment controls almost everything, and we see it everywhere. Every fearful politician standing down for the status quo, every fearful pundit holding fast to their position as mouthpiece, every news outlet carrying the same thread of information, tweaking it slightly but using the same headline. If you're anything like me, you find that those threads of propaganda do not resonate in here. And that's why in this moment, we need to be led by our hearts. We cannot let fear take hold. This moment is about something greater than the me of our ego. This moment is about the we of our humanity. And that's what they want to beat out of us. That basic, foundational essence of being a human. Empathy. We can't let them do it. We cannot stop. If we give up now, we have only ourselves to blame. We need to grow even deeper in the resolute nature of our togetherness. Keep up in the face of everything. And to you, sir, Bernie Sanders, I say this: so must you. Sir, you are the lighthouse in this storm. I trust you. And to you, brothers and sisters, I trust you. I trust our unity. I trust our movement. When millions of people stand together, we win. This is the moment of our greatest evolution. Love wins over hate. Despite whatever is unleashed on us in the coming weeks, let's try to be an example of what Bernie has shown us and treat everyone with compassion and understanding, so that we don't misunderstand these changing times. And above all, keep going. Thank you, Bernie. Thank you for showing us that we can make the impossible possible. Keep up the burn.